You know the question I'm talking about, right? It's the one that kind of creeps in on a Sunday night when you're just dreading Monday morning. It's really the core dilemma for so many of us in our careers today, especially because it feels like the whole definition of success is just up in the air.
All right, so let's just put it out there, plain and simple. Would you take a miserable job that pays you a cool $250,000 a year, or a job that you're actually happy with, one that feels meaningful, but only pays $75,000? I mean, really, what's the move? And that quote, man, that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? You know, after you've busted your butt, climbed the corporate ladder, done all the things you were supposed to do, when that paycheck hits your account, what does it feel like? Is it a reward for all your hard work, or is it more like a ransom payment for your time? All right, so let's actually break this down, because on the surface, it seems like a pretty clear choice, right? Money versus meaning. And we all have this picture in our heads of two totally different lives, depending on which road you go down. So let's actually give these two paths a name to make it easier. On one side, you've got what we'll call the golden handcuffs, you know, that amazing salary that basically chains you to your desk. And on the other side, there's the purposeful pivot. That's when you deliberately choose a path that actually means something to you. These are two completely different bets on what you want your future to look like. Okay, so the whole idea behind the golden handcuffs is basically delayed gratification. Big time. You're trading your time, your energy, maybe even your health, right now, for a whole lot of cash. The gamble, the big bet, is that one day you'll have stacked up enough money to just buy your freedom back. You know, you'll figure out the whole being happy thing later. Now, the purposeful pivot is the complete opposite. This path is all about betting on the now. You're investing in yourself immediately, in your happiness, your well-being, learning new things, basically building a new identity. Yeah, the paycheck is smaller, for sure, but the personal reward, that's instant.
And when you lay it all out side by side like this, you really see the trade-offs, don't you? With the golden handcuffs, you're constantly stressed, you have no time, and your health might be taking a hit. The pivot, on the other hand, gives you time and fulfillment, but, and this is a big but, it comes with its own brand of stress, money stress. So it just seems like you're picking your poison, right? But is it really that straightforward?
Okay, this is where the story we tell ourselves slams headfirst into reality. We actually ran the numbers. We looked at what it would be like for a single person in 7 huge global cities. We're talking New York, LA, London, Toronto, Paris, Singapore, and Hong Kong. And suddenly, the question isn't what makes you happy, it's what can you actually afford? So let's start at the top. Imagine you're making that $250K in Hong Kong. After you pay your taxes, your rent, your food, your transportation, after everything is paid for, you would have almost $14,000 left over every single month. I mean, that is just a staggering amount of financial firepower.
Okay, now let's flip the coin. Let's look at that happy $75,000 salary, but this time in New York City. After you pay for a pretty basic one-bedroom and cover your normal expenses, you're not even raking even. You are literally in the red. You'd be losing more than $750 a month. Just gone.
And if you look at the chart for the high earners, it tells a pretty amazing story. No matter which city you're in, you're left with a huge surplus. I mean, even the worst one, Paris, still leaves you with almost $7,000 a month in your pocket. We're not just talking about being comfortable here. This is the kind of money that lets you seriously build wealth no matter where you are on this list. But then, you look at the chart for the $75,000 salary, and wow, the picture completely changes. I mean, just look at the size of the bars. They're tiny compared to the last chart. You can see New York way down in the negative. And check out London. It's just barely scraping by, leaving you maybe a couple $100 for savings or an emergency or anything. That happy path? It turns out it's incredibly risky. And in some of these places, it's just not possible. So what are we supposed to make of all this? This data, it just forces us to look at that original question completely differently. We have to kind of redefine the whole choice we thought we were making. And this right here is really the key takeaway. The debate isn't between saving a lot and saving a little. It's way more fundamental than that. It's really a choice between thriving and just surviving. So here's the new reality that the numbers are screaming at us. First, the financial power that comes with that $250K salary it's just overwhelming. Second, that happy $75K path, in a lot of these big cities, it's basically a financial fantasy. The choice isn't really wealth versus comfort, it's more like wealth versus just trying to stay afloat. And get this is the craziest part. In most of these cities, the monthly leftover cash from the big salary is more than the entire monthly paycheck from the smaller one. Just think about that for a second. Your disposable income is more than someone else's total income. That purposeful pivot starts to look a lot like a financial illusion.
And that brings us all the way back to where we started. But now the question feels a lot heavier, doesn't it? We began by asking if you choose a miserable high salary or a happy lower one. But the hard numbers force a much tougher question on us. If the actual cost of happiness in the places we live and work is more than that happy salary can even provide, then what choice is really left?